One tiny thumb slip and I'd pinged Riverdale instead of my bestie. Me, wave overtime. Goodbye. Just marry Riverdale. Riverdale? At lunch one day I spotted a soft-spoken woman I'd never seen before in the Riverdale Executive Lounge. Something clicked. My default grin auto-deployed. First Lady Riverdale's ever brought to the lounge. Riverdale's temple vein jackhammered. He skewered me with a glare. Monica, let's get back to the contract. So, not what I thought. Sky, please fall now. I'm ready. My face twisted in agony. Even hunger ghosted me. I speed ordered 3 egg tarts, 2 fries, 1 burger, melancholy marinade, $500,000 signing bonus, gone in a blink. The elevator pitch. Find Riverdale's Caldwell a daughter-in-law. At first I resisted. Who did I think I was? Also feared Riverdale would torch my golden rice bowl. 9 to 5. Full benefits. Why chase a Ducati? $50K a year. Another 50 if Cupid scores early. Then again, from this day, command me and I fire. I pledged. Eyes shining like a fresh youth recruit. Good, good. Caldwell beamed, grandma level kind. Yet somehow chilling. Whatever. Check secured. Caldwell gained a trusty spy. And we both pictured bright futures. Post-deal I studied every soul orbiting Riverdale. Reality slap. Apart from me, 0 females, mosquitoes didn't even hover. Envy plus panic. So when that gentle girl appeared, my eyes shot kryptonite lasers. Mouth outran brain. First Lady Riverdale's ever brought to the lounge. He glared. I retreated, yet she smiled. Soft and fragrant. Totally shippable. Chin in palms. I grinned like a geriatric Cupid until Riverdale's face darkened to espresso. I exited, gnawing my burger like it owed me rent. That night I caught a ride home. Overtime made the campus court spooky. I worried Riverdale still held the lunch fumble against me. Radio silence. Apparently big shots delete petty memories. Phew. Mid-drive a puppy darted out. Riverdale stomped the brakes. Missed by an inch. I clutched my chest. Caldwell. Thank goodness the dog knew how to brake. Crickets. Riverdale rubbed the bridge of his nose. I backpedaled, not calling you a dog. Just, you know, smart pup. Keep babbling and I'll chuck you out to join it. Riverdale's tongue files its own taxes. Once, I squinted at papers minus my glasses. Leaned in. He stiffened. Blurred eye. Hemorrhoids acting up. Riverdale, talk without invading my postal code. Something snapped. I volleyed. Thought age zapped your hearing. He retorted. Figured youth killed your vision and common sense. Me? I can't see. Can't quite see you. Him, cataracts. Grab the eye drops. Broke. Sponsor me? Exit left. Set up a beg booth. Permits required. Hefty fines. Dull blade. Skinny horse. I can't even bother. Mark your weakness. I'll RSVP for your 7th day wake. Bring it on. Next customer. Yes. I matched energy. Only calmed when his volcano stayed dormant. Occasionally Riverdale sprinkles goodwill. I moped over office gossip. He caved. Luna. Look, I waited. Teary-eyed. Care too much and you become other people's underwear. Huh. Every time they burp gas. You're the fabric that catches it. No wonder he hesitated. I do have pride. Keep bullying me and I'll quit. He sipped tea. Calm. Got an offer from rival Riverdale? Shake. Secret trust fund heir? Shake. Stab. Savings stacked? Negative. Ran out of neck muscles. Then where'd that courage spawn? Riverdale. My bad. When Riverdale isn't evil. He's almost human. One late shift he mused. Youth needs spontaneous trips. I chirped. Expense account? He pivoted. Kidding. Youth should grind. Hustle culture rocks. Right. Youngster? Pat pat. I sweated polite laughter. Yet he greenlit a company retreat. Suggestions flew. Hike. Camp. Beach. He asked me. I pondered. Blanket cave adventure? We hiked. Surprise. And I was ordered to shadow him. Tea caddy style. Fresh air beats flatlining on a sofa. Kid. My fist gained density. He organized everything. Control freak alert. Backpack stuffed with umbrella. Power bank. Tissues. Water. I strolled pocket empty. Smug. Per Riverdale. You're my assistant. Where could you possibly wander off to? Pout. Follow. Chill. Plan. 2-day trek. Night camping. Weekend hijacked by capitalist overlords. Morning 2. Rain. Riverdale glared at the sky like he could somersault cloud it away. Trip aborted. Slippery trail. Shaky center of gravity. My wobble routine. He told me to hang on to his jacket. I tugged maliciously. He switched to sleeve reins. Stretching fabric like taffy. Fine. Interlace fingers. Adulting achieved. His grip clenched. Warm. Humph. Don't think I missed those scarlet ears. Scrooge. Riverdale slunk back from the blind date looking like someone had kicked his puppy. I knew it. another crash and burn. As his assistant, maybe I should offer a little sympathy. Before I could open my mouth, he murmured, "Am I really so impossible that no one on earth is good enough for me?" and flicked a glance straight at me. I didn't decode the look, but my survival instincts screamed it wouldn't be flattering, so I smiled sweetly and cracked my knuckles. Riverdale, why do I feel a sudden draft? Chew. Fun fact, Riverdale and I went to the same school. He's several years older, probably never noticed me, yet his legend thundered through every hallway. Both of us majored in communications. He was the department's golden boy, and I'd heard his name long before we met. One prof once joked, "The man who hates journalism most has finally appeared." The whole class roared. Yet that same student, your senior Adrian, now owns Riverdale. Learn from him, or at least try not to stink. Never dreamed I'd end up working for him. Fate, I guess. Truth, I nurse a tiny, secret crush on Riverdale. Yeah. His words smell like an open toilet, but his face is an angel on layaway. Cool brows, cut glass jaw, a beauty mark on the bridge of his perfect nose. And when he looks down you get lost in those thick lashes. Pressed lips equals instant Ice King vibe, slightly terrifying. Long fingers, neat knuckles, total catnip for my very specific taste. Translation, his reviews suck, but his paycheck slaps. His tongue is razor sharp, but that mug could launch 1,000 ships. So I tolerate, then tolerate some more, until boom, he's somehow cute. I know the gap between us, though, so the feelings stay buried. One day I'm chatting with coworker Lily. Lily, Luna, you're a saint for surviving the big bad boss. I wave a weathered hand, not a saint, just cursed. One twitch of Riverdale's lips could poison himself. I'm on a roll. Blind to her widening eyes. Cough cough. I look up, Riverdale, half smiling, right beside me. I spin 180 degrees on the spot. Lily, serving Riverdale is grueling, but it's the best karma I've stacked in 8 lifetimes. Riverdale leaves. Satisfied, quick save. I treat it as amnesty. Riverdale, I'm your most loyal soldier. Point. I shoot. He actually tripped over nothing. Occasionally Riverdale braves the staff cafeteria. That day a new server didn't know the hierarchy. Seeing him behind me, I instantly yield. After you, Riverdale. He accepts. Slides in front. Anti-server finds her justice voice. Big strong man cutting a little girl's line. Shame on you. I clamp a hand over my mouth to cage the laughter. Riverdale turns green and frog marches me ahead of him. After that trauma he quits the cafeteria entirely and lunches inside his glass tank. The day I played bridesmaid and skipped work. Assistants usually run his entire life. Food, drink, oxygen. So the man-child rang for takeout himself. Riverdale, bring me takeout. Phone, sure. What would you like? Riverdale, puzzled. Takeout. Phone, yes. Which takeout? Riverdale, irritated. Takeout. Phone, near tears. Sir, what food do you want? Riverdale, after an Ian, I want takeout. Eventually, the vendor sobbed, small business here. Please stop. What dish? Riverdale exhaled a prehistoric sigh. Takeout. How do I know? Because the issue never got solved. So he called me for overtime. Smile, Luna. Order me takeout. I swallowed the giggles and did my duty. Later I ranted to my bestie Mia. Mia, Scrooge is such a dog. OT for this. I went for water. Then typed, yeah. But I've got a cure. Become the boss lady. I mixed up the contact. Big boss Adrian got the text instead of big bestie. Adult meltdown in 3, 2. Heart drumming. I watched WhatsApp flash, typing, for eternity. Already sent. Already seen, 0F left to give. Scratch that. I'm a delicate flower. Half an hour later, CEO, me, that was my evil twin. Believe me? CEO, Sean Dayu. Me? CEO, I'll slap you dead. Ever since, the air between us shifted. Take this morning, assistant. Riverdale wants you. I trudge in. Martyred. We stare. I lift a brow. Orders? Riverdale finally forces out, I'm taking someone to Riverdale tonight. Set it up. Remembering Riverdale's faith in me, I brightened. Guy or girl? Riverdale stammers. Girl. You? Speak girl. Book it. I picked the sizzling new rom-com. I never guessed the girl was me. From the moment his text, come here, plus the location I'd chosen, pinged until I walked in and saw Riverdale. Flowers in hand. Shy Disney prince smile. My CPU fried. White shirt. Black pants. Dangerously handsome and somehow younger. Fireworks in my skull. I float beside him. Accept bouquet and bubble tea. Answer on autopilot while the screen blares. Cue the couple's big confession scene. In the dim glow people start making out. In our corner. Pinky's brush and we both jerk away. He signals my phone. Heart in mouth. I check. Can I hold your hand? Movie ends soon. My cheeks hurt from grinning, but all I texted back was K. Everything just flowed. Afterward, Riverdale drove me home. Maybe it was withdrawal, maybe it was caffeine, but I impulse called Riverdale and nearly dropped my phone when he picked up on the first ring. We spoke at the exact same second. You go first. You go first. Awkward silence. I'm the impatient type, so I launched into the movie plot, rambling that I hadn't realized Riverdale was actually inviting me to see it. Blah blah blah. When I finally shut up, Riverdale stayed quiet for a beat. I could almost hear the gears turning. Why so silent? I asked. Riverdale said, thinking. I thought for a second, then laughed. Bet we're thinking the same thing. His voice went low and warm. Assistant. Feel like leveling up your job title? My heart jackhammered, but my voice stayed cool. Level up how? Steal your chair and become Riverdale? Riverdale murmured, CEO might be impossible, but boss lady is still on the table. That wasn't a hint. It was a neon sign. And just like that, we were a thing. I spent the whole night staring at the ceiling, wondering why Riverdale wanted me and how I'd said yes. So, yeah. Zero sleep. Next morning, late, Riverdale called non-stop. I finally answered the 20th ring. He barked. Assistant. Dating me doesn't equal free PTO. I'm docking you. I almost cursed. Then he added, dock it from my account. I joke a lot and love dumb memes, but deep down I'm pure insecurity. I don't spill real feelings, and I usually dodge closeness. At first I ghosted whenever things got real. Turtle mode activated, because part of me felt I didn't deserve him. Riverdale just kept showing up, steady and soft. After I'd rage vent, he'd smile and say, babe, you just voiced your anger. Iconic move. No idea how he morphed from shark to teddy bear. When I'd default to people pleasing, he'd tell me, you don't need to do extra stuff for me to stick around. I already love you. No audition necessary. Whenever the imposter feels hit, he'd remind me, same alma mater. Remember, trash talking yourself is dissing me too, and I don't allow it. He'd ruffle my hair after I laughed. Your feelings are VIP. Front row seat. Round after round of being seen. Of messy fights followed by postmortems. Of raw apologies and applause for every tiny win. It rewired me. Eventually, I turned clingy. One afternoon Riverdale was hunched over documents. I wormed beside him, humming for attention. He nudged his glasses, cradled my face, and deadpanned. Flattery without motive is, I started to pout and pull away. He yanked me into his lap and whispered, crazy adorable. Humph. Rewarding, imperial concubine Scrooge will only spoil him. Guy's secretly a marshmallow. We hit the movies constantly. His tear ducts work overtime. Every film, he syncs with the lead and sobs on cue. We played the indie tearjerker to the moon. By the final monologue he was full on weeping while I handed him tissues. Delicate flower. And I'm here for it. He can also be ridiculously cute. When The Four Brutal Provinces trended online, I, battle-scarred veteran of cutthroat college entrance provinces, felt nothing. Riverdale, total outsider, rage posted and even volunteered to code for Heartland's spoof site. I rolled my eyes. You're not even from those provinces. Busybody. He insisted. I live in Riverdale. That's honorary membership. I facepalmed so hard I saw stars. I get it. During finals hell I'd doom scroll instead of studying too. Title of thesis. What my Riverdale when he's off the clock after we went public. Riverdale took me to meet Caldwell. Caldwell greeted me like I was the season finale twist, muttering, finally, and knew it. Later, while I made small talk with Caldwell, I caught fragments of Riverdale and Caldwell's back channel. The good job. Told you, mission accomplished. I gave up decoding, survival tactic. Caldwell then unpacked her love saga with Riverdale's Caldwell, White Moonlight stand-in, grovel husband, reality TV chase, ancient costume boyfriend, second chance romance, secret baby, translation, stunning clever her, regretful alpha him, and my Riverdale as collateral damage. Riverdale shrugged. Caldwell binged cheesy dramas and romance novels. The crossover was inevitable. Watching Caldwell gush and blush, I realized why her money transfer move felt so familiar. Pure rom-com nectar. Dangerously sweet. Daily life didn't shift much. Riverdale stayed snarky, goofy, endlessly patient. One night I teased. Promise you'll text before you drop by, no surprise visits. Riverdale pondered. Once big bro rolls out, I'll scale the wall, leave the side gate. Yeah. Attached a pitiful puppy sticker. I cackled, bahaha deal. He glanced around. Whisper typing, keep it down, big bro, can't hear. I slid into roleplay, relax. I'll make you legitimate one day. We ran with the bit until I bait switched, since you're so chill. Confession time, I lied. I've got more than one ex. He exhaled in relief, cool. As long as I'm not one of them. I burst out laughing. I decided to prank Riverdale with a text, YTO package. 10 Huang Xiaomings ready to make out are waiting at the dorm kiosk. Pickup code 13-14-5200. Claim before 2200 hours. Reply 1 for a super yeek bonus. Waiting for fireworks. 1 minute later, did you forget I have your number saved? Backfire achieved. Much later, I dragged him home to meet Luna. Ice King Riverdale panicked, up at 5 a.m. ironing shirts and stress texting hairstyle polls. Looks good, I said. Only then did he stop. Opened the trunk. Gifts avalanche. Bribery much? Deploying the money superpower. At the door. Arms full. He bowed stiffly. Hi Vance. I'm Adrian, Luna's boyfriend. Mom had been briefed. Riverdale's face passed inspection. She beamed. Dad glowered. Dad shooed me to the kitchen to slice fruit with Caldwell, leaving the two men alone. Riverdale's expression looked kind of pitiful too. I wasn't paying attention while slicing fruit and almost chopped my finger. How come I never knew I was such a lovesick fool before? Stop overthinking. Your dad adores him. Really? From the day you were tiny. Have we ever disliked anything you liked? Caldwell took the half-sliced fruit from my hand. Caldwell only wants you happy. I have no idea what they talked about in the living room. When I came back and saw them acting like best friends, I was stunned and thrilled. My dad wouldn't stop singing Riverdale's praises. Little Joe this, little Joe that. My shoulders finally nodded, but the second I spotted Riverdale's smug, tsundere smirk, I still wanted to punch him. On the morning we picked up our marriage license, I rode shotgun while sunlight tap danced through my hair. Good, played on the stereo. I studied Riverdale's handsome profile and asked, Riverdale, any thoughts at this exact second? He answered, dead sure, when the water flows, the canal forms. We both cracked up. Riverdale keeps saying meeting me is the luckiest thing that ever happened to him. Thank you blah blah. I flipped the old ledger. Yeah. Remember when we fought and you told me I had cataracts? Riverdale folded instantly. Am I bad? And you're always enslaving me. Examples? Ha! Actually, no, the slave driver had been the previous Riverdale, not the current model. My memory's glitching. I knew about you way earlier. Taylor Blabber. You were campus famous. You even came back to give that alumni speech. Pretty sure you didn't notice me. Riverdale hummed. I figured he already knew he was a big deal. Intimacy is the most brutal, most honest mirror. It shows every ugly crack and then hands us the glue to fix it. So, Adrian, cue the handshake. Let's do this. Male POV. Project finally wrapped. My advisor gave me a few days off. Time to unwind on the campus court. A tiny bundled up girl asked for my WhatsApp. Full winter armor. Smart. Cute voice. Why not? Username. Blanket Cave Adventurist. Interesting. She bounced away like a spring. Pure freshman energy. Nice. I didn't expect her first message. Saw you bawling. Nice handles. Want a link? Me, 6. Can't you invent a smoother line? Her. Me. Real talk. I never even checked in. Radio silence after that. I started stalking her Instagram. Today's post. YOLO. I should have skipped J school and roamed the rivers with a jar of moonshine. Good evening, my beloved finals. Are you flattered I call you that? YOLO. Pens are blind. Don't scar the paper. Yesterday's 8 a.m. gem, typical J-school workhorse here. Tease me all you want, but touch my passing grade and I'll show you real darkness. Looks angelic. Bites like a demon. Day before's 8 a.m. : I own every cheat code plus AI. Buddha and demon live in me. I locked the demon up, but keep poking and I'll release it. Try facing an academic disaster like me. Bet you can't handle it. 3 days ago, rolling in 5 minutes late to an 8 a.m. and still acing life, smile. Last week, 8 a.m. in mismatched shoes, didn't notice till noon. Energy depleted. Powers gone, wilted rose. Earlier journalism school. Bring it on, pointing finger, raw. Alive, I couldn't click away. Pretty cute junior. Came back to give that career talk today. Spotted her again. White puffer. Rabbit-like head bob. Adorable. We slid into each other's DMs later. I asked, hey, remember me? She shot back, OMG, it's you. Of course I do. We've been total strangers since childhood. I played at my house. You played at yours. Such a coincidence. End thread. Next day I caved. I've been waiting 24 hours. Nothing? Her not following. Do you need my permission to use the bathroom? We kept up the nonsense sporadically. She still drew a blank. So this was clearly some psych of love assignment. Word is she's an award-winning youth with a fat scholarship. Nice. I finished grad school. She aimed for fast-track grad admission. Contact thinned. I founded Riverdale. Thought I saw her shadow today. Couldn't be sure. Asked HR for the applicant stack. Yep. Her name. Knew she'd nail it. And small world. She landed as my assistant. Still zero memory of me. Mom visited her today. I stayed out of it. Mom's always known I'm sunk. Blockhead son. Let mama handle this. Facepalm. Please don't go full romance novel and throw cash at her. Judging by Luna's starry grin, she's already shipping me and Monica. Humph. Keep shipping. How come you lean so close and roast me then? Counterattack incoming. Lucky she didn't flip. Company retreat. Side-by-side seats. Rain hit. Mountain trail dicey. Balance still shaky. Perfect excuse to hold her hand. Held it. Caught her bad-mouthing me. Guess I'm sharper than I thought. Backpedaling. Cute. Told her I needed movie recommendations. For a girl, let her pick seats. The girl was obviously her, never clarified. She beamed like a fool. Total plank of wood. Time to shift gears. Confessed. Together now. So into her. Into her. Sigh. Deep down I know she's avoidant insecure, laced with imposter feels, so I pile on praise. Drown her in clinginess. Seems to work. Reading session, she snuggles up. Lethal cuteness overload. Meeting Luna today. Butterflies, yet they liked me. Only because they love Luna. And I do too. Enough said. She claims I enslave her. Kinda unfair, but the book says, apologize first. Done. Married. Riverdale wedding throne. Car blasting it good. She rolled her eyes, but let me. Her head on my shoulder. When the water flows, the canal forms. She said she realized I'd known her earlier. Truth. Way earlier. Only I remembered. Thank God. Thank fate. I hummed. Ruffled her hair. No worries. Right on time.